I was just about to ask you, would you date a cheater?
I never have, so there's that answer. Hi,
Hello,
everyone.
everybody.
Welcome back to Like the Queens.
Yes. So happy to be back. Another week, another episode,
Another
another
time
fun
being alive.
story.
Victoria, what did you want to tell me now?
Oh, okay. So this past week, we're kind of skipping into our weekly recaps. Daytona guy. As a recap for those who are just hopping in on this episode, this is the guy who said, "I love you" on the first date. So suddenly he's back. He's back in my DMs. He said, "Hey girl," on Instagram. I said, whoa, what's going on here? And so I shoot him back with a hi because there was a snowstorm. I was trapped in my apartment all weekend. What else am I gonna do?
You're
so
bored,
I'm like,
okay.
Hi. He's like, "Hey, and then he goes on about his girlfriend again.
Again, he's still dating her and talking about her to you?
Yes. He's like, this is what he says. He's like, "I'm going to break up with my girlfriend. She treats me so poorly. She's so mean to me. I'm going to break up with her." And I'm like, okay.
Do it.
I literally sent him the thumbs up emoji, left the conversation. I was like, okay, I can't deal with this right now. Then he messages me later and he's like, "How are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm in New York, living my best life." And he's like, "Interesting. That's really fun. Good for you. Super proud of you." And I was like, "Thank you. Why are you being so nice? Something fishy going on here."
This is suspicious.
And it was very suspicious. And then we didn't talk for like hours. And then that night, as I'm going to bed, he's like, "Hey, I have to stop talking to you." He's like, "I'm in love with my girlfriend. And like, I love her so much. And if she finds out that I'm talking to you, I'm going to be in so much trouble." And I was like, okay, then stop talking to me.
I'm sorry, what?
I know. That's what went through my mind. I was like, that makes absolutely no sense at all. But you reached out to me. So let's start there. Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, bye. And then this man's like, "Wait, can I call you? Like, can we talk?" And I was like, "No."
You should have said yes for the plot. Say yes for the plot.
Like, "No, I don't really want to talk to you right now." And he was like, "Please." And I was like, "Are you gonna get in trouble with your girlfriend?" And he was like, "No, she's at work right now, so she won't know." And I was like, those words I hate hearing out of a guy's mouth. So I was
Crash
like,
behavior.
"No, not really. I don't want to talk to you." And he was like, "Okay, I'm about to pass out anyway." Goes to bed. Next morning.
Oh God.
Same thing again. This time he tells me a story. You guys are gonna get the story too. He's like, "Hey, I just woke up. Me and my girlfriend were having morning sex." already off to a wild start. And I'm like, okay. And he's
Victoria.
Like, "Yeah." And as I was coming, she evidently looked him in the eye and said, "Well, at least one of us came." And I said, okay. And then he was like, "And that's why I'm dumping her. I can't deal with that negative energy towards me." He's like, "I thought I was really good in bed." And then he starts asking me, he's like, "Was I bad with you? Like, please tell me, was I good?" Well, and I was like, this is a lot of questions that I will not be answering at the moment. First of
Victoria, there's so much to digest and talk about just in that one little moment.
I know. So I am not going to answer him because I can't answer those questions after he just had sex with his girlfriends. I don't know their situation. So I'm like, okay, sorry about that. That's unfortunate for you. And then the same thing happens again. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to stay with her." And I'm like, okay. I was like, "You told me that yesterday." And he was like, "You are beautiful. You're amazing. So proud of you." And then this man goes, can you send me a picture of your smile and your boobs just as a goodbye? And I was like, no. What?
I am too stunned to speak.
Literally, me too. I sent him the laughing emojis because for some reason, something in my brain was like, oh, he's just kidding. That's a joke. That's funny. He wants a picture of my boobs. No.
Why?
He was like, please, it's our departure gift. And I was like, no.
You've been departed for months now.
I know. I was like, you blocked me on everything. What do you mean? Yeah, and that was the end of that. I sent him laughing emojis and I was like, see ya. And that was it. He hasn't tried to reach out since, and I am certainly not reaching out to him. And I have unfollowed him on Instagram again. I didn't even realize that I was still following him at first because I knew that he blocked me when he started dating that girl.
I think you need to tell his girlfriend. Can you figure out who his girlfriend is on his Instagram?
I think that I can. Although he only follows like 11 people. He's one of those guys. So there was a couple other girls who, because I looked and I was like, let me find who this girl is. And there were a couple of the girls and I was like, who knows who they are? Because they were all like following him and following him back. And he doesn't post photos. So
you still have not shown me what this man looks like.
That's because he blocked me everything. And he doesn't post photos on Instagram.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just start from the very beginning with this guy.
Let's start from the very beginning.
Let's start from the very beginning because there's so much to talk about in all these interactions. Number one, like, he has to be mentally insane to still be reaching out to you and continuing the same conversation over and over again about how he's breaking up with his girlfriend, but yet he doesn't. And then he's like, I can't be with you, but you're not doing anything that makes him think you want to be with him.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it'd be different if I was playing him, if I was flirting back, if I was, talking to him on the phone, sending these photos that he wants. But the thing is, I'm not, because I figured out within the first, in the first date, did I go out to me? Yes. Anyway, that's besides the point. I figured out that he was a psychopath. So I made the conscious decision to step away from that situation.
Right.
And here we are again. I feel bad for his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
2, he also told me that he's moved in with his girlfriend throughout this time.
Oh, my gosh.
When I stayed with him, he was living in an apartment with like 4 other guys. He had a room to himself, and his new girlfriend lives in a gated community. I'm pretty sure that he's living rent-free. So, do I think that is why he's staying with this girl? Yes, I do. 100%.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't want to live rent-free in a nice neighborhood?
Right.
I would do that. But that's besides the point. She's still I'm most certain that I'm not the only girl that he's reaching out to. I'm sure. So.
No, absolutely not.
And how are you going to tell me about like your sex life?
Yeah, that's so weird.
Like, sorry.
And like, do you think his girlfriend knows that he's still trying to talk to you and maybe other girls at the same time?
I don't know. I feel like she does, because he always is like, my girlfriend is yelling at me and she makes him block all these girls. Why she doesn't do anything about it is
like why she doesn't break up with him.
Yeah. Because if I had to consistently tell my boyfriend to stop talking to people, to block all these girls, maybe I shouldn't be with them.
Maybe the relationship is over.
Yeah, maybe you just like, that girl shouldn't be in a relationship right now if she's like that concerned. But
no, or maybe just she has to be. We don't know this girl. We don't know her situation. She could be mentally insane like him.
That is very true.
Because they did start dating after they met at a concert, right? Isn't that what he told you?
That's what he told me. They met at a concert and they literally started dating like right then and there.
Yeah, that
Very.
is kind of crazy. So I feel like she's not maybe mentally all there to start dating a stranger that night. And
Yeah,
then in just a matter of a few months to have him move in with you, that's really off. So there's
that's
two
a
people.
big step. And also,
Yeah.
like, he, no, I don't know, it's a big step.
I
And
was
just the
with a
fact,
man, I was with a man for 3 years and I still wasn't ready to move in with him.
yeah, yeah. And he, hold on, hold on, everybody. I'm pulling up receipts, hopefully, if they're still there. Okay, they are. This one
And
got
also
me.
this girl has to be, I'm not trying to bash this girl at all because like we don't know anything from her side of the situation. We just know his. But like for
Yeah,
her to know what he's doing behind her back, like it makes me wonder, like, is she so insecure as to why she can't leave him? Because no woman deserves to be treated like that or to
correct.
be dating a man that's that insane and doesn't care about their feelings at all.
Yeah, no, I agree. He sent me this one message, and it was like, he was like, I just want love, man. I'm done looking for someone to want to be with me and for her to be nice. Every time I'm with somebody, it's either she's nice but doesn't want to be with me, or she's mean and wants to be with me. And then he said, I don't have a family, so I want one of my own. And I said, I don't really understand that. I said, no,
So so what
your
I'm
standards are
hearing
messed
is
up.
what I'm hearing is he needs to go to therapy.
Yeah, no, he definitely needs to go to therapy. I could have told you that after the first time we hung out.
Yeah.
But he won't.
It sounds like to me there's two insecure people who want love that are trapped together in this horrid relationship because he just wants love and affection and she just wants, it sounds like, a man to fill that void.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like in my opinion.
Yep. I agree.
Okay, let's move on to the second part about this. The fact that he texted you about them having sex and about her complaining about never finishing, and his responses is to be mad at her about it instead of like trying to satisfy his girlfriend.
That was no joke, my initial thought when he told me that. And I almost texted him and been like, well,
Did
maybe
you do
you should
something
have
to
done
help her with
more.
that?
I was like, if she's not, then that's on you.
And even like for girls, it's a wide spectrum. I have friends who finish multiple times when they're having sex.
Yeah.
And then there's people who don't at all. And so I'm like, how about maybe you invest in like sex toys or something? Why don't you do something to try to help that situation if she can't get off on just having sex with you? Like, I don't know many girls who can. Like, you need to do other stuff leading up to that point and then maybe even afterwards.
Correct. I completely agree. And when he started asking me questions about like my experience with him, I was like, I told him, I was like, my answers don't matter in this situation because we're
No, they
different
don't.
females. So how I receive pleasure and how your girlfriend receives pleasure is probably completely different. So I was
Yeah.
like, that's why I'm not giving you these answers, and I'm not going to tell you. It's none of your business.
No,
I was
no.
like,
And
if you
like
were
one,
smart, you would be able to tell.
yeah,
You would know if she.
you would know. And like
Yeah,
one girl may like something completely different than the other one, and he's not taking the time to get to know her and
I
what she
agree.
likes.
I agree.
That just rolls all over me in the worst way.
Yeah,
Speaking
yeah.
of like intimacy and things like that, there's this TikToker. I followed two new TikTokers this week. I don't even remember their names. I'll have to pull them up. But this girl talks about how she's very free spirited and sleeps around with whoever she wants. And like, I love that about her, which is why I followed her. And she's like, talking about her experiences. And she's like, I've always been told by like 90% of the guys I sleep with that I am the best that they've ever had. And she's like, look at me. I am an average female. I am averagely built. I'm not super skinny. I'm not like a size 2, 4. I am an average woman. And the reason that men are so attracted and like enjoy having sex with me is because I take control and I tell them exactly what I want. And yes, snaps to her, exactly what I want and how I want them to do it. And I don't even like anything special. I'm a very vanilla person. But because I tell them how I want things and what I want done, and I take control in the bedroom, this is why men like me.
Okay. Period. She
Isn't
is
she an
a
icon?
genius.
Yep.
100% onto something. I completely agree with whoever this is. I don't even know who this is. I need to go follow her.
I know. I would need to.
I actually will agree with that. I think that if we take like sexual stuff out of it, I think that men really like it when you're confident and like you say what you want.
Yes.
You can approach them first and
absolutely
like not be afraid to know exactly what you want in life.
Her account on TikTok is "This model eats a lot."
Okay.
And she's really iconic. And like her bio is, oh, just me and my 15 personalities and delusional self-love and body neutrality. And like that's such a big thing now. Like so many women are just or talk about with or like when they talk about like bodies and things like that, it's always like two sides of the spectrum. And like it is a spectrum, and you forget about the women who are in the middle, who are also curvy but also considered skinny. And like I completely understand like where she comes from with those videos, because I get put in that category all the time. People are like, oh, you're not thick enough to be able to relate with more curvier females. I'm like, but I do relate with curvier females. But then like curvier females tell me that I can't relate with them because I'm not as skinny or I'm thinner than them. And so like she talks about all of that and taking control in the bedroom, and I just love it. I love her.
10 out of 10. I'm gonna watch her videos. I just gave her a follow, so
you should. I'm so glad.
So shout out to you.
Shout out to this girl. Shout out to this girl on TikTok talking about body neutrality.
Yeah.
But that's what it just made me think about. Like that we just need to communicate and take control. And I hope this girl takes control, because yes, just being, you can be snappy in bed and make those comments, but it's not going to get you what you want.
I agree. I think that some of the best hookups and like people I've met, well, actually, I'm just talking about sex. I was going to say, no, I'm just talking about sex. Some of the best sex I've had is when I communicated and I talked and I was like, this is what I want. And one, I think it's 100% proven that the men are way more into that, because they're like, oh, okay. Two, of course, I'm more into it because it's what I want. And I just think it's all around good time. And it has nothing to do with like experience or like literally anything. Just like, no, literally nothing. You just go in and you just communicate throughout. Have a good time. I agree with that girl.
Me too. I like that a lot. And I hope the Daytona girlfriend can listen to this, run away. I hope someone finds her and tells her she needs to run away, and this is how she should be treated.
Yeah, I agree.
That's wild.
That was the most dramatic thing about my week. Other than that, I've just been touring. We've been performing, and that's about
that's exciting. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I went on a second date with Mr. Waiter.
With her crush, the guy she has a crush on, everybody.
It went very, very well. I didn't do the kissing booth kissing photo thing, because there was a photo booth there, but it was completely open. There were no curtains or anything. It was just in the middle, and I did not like that. Yeah. And so I was like, I'll just wait. Unfortunately, I did lose in our arcade games. I won maybe like 2, and he won like all the rest of them.
Okay.
I did give him a run for his money though with Mario Kart and motorcycle racing. I got second place every time. He got first. We'll have a rematch. when we were leaving, I was thinking, crap, like the loser has to kiss the winner, but I'm still going to be difficult about this.
Okay.
And so we went and got breakfast. So I was really wanting breakfast in arcade. Isn't that like, sounds great?
Yeah.
And so I found a little breakfast joint and we went and got breakfast for dinner. And he was so excited about it. And it was fun, easy conversation. And then as we were leaving, he walked me to my car and he hugged me bye. And then he went in to kiss me. And it wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't making out or anything. We were in the middle of a parking lot. And then he
Yeah.
was about to leave. And I kissed him again. And I said, this is for when I lost with all the games.
Okay. So he did kiss you first. He
He
made the
did.
move.
He did, but he kind of ran away after he kissed me.
He
He
was
was like,
nervous?
"Okay, look, yes." He's like, "Let me know when you get home." I'm like, "Okay, bye." Like he could have hugged me bye again or something.
Yeah.
I think I make him really nervous.
I think that's cute.
It is cute. He, yeah, I think I make him really nervous and he doesn't know what to do with me sometimes. And so today's Sunday and we went on this date on Tuesday. And this is what I wanted to talk to you about. He hasn't asked me out on another date, but he texts me every day.
Mm.
It's been almost a week. And let me read you the conversation. I hope he never listens to this because I don't want him to feel bad about it. I know he's a shy boy.
Yeah. Has he asked you out on both dates?
I asked him for the second one. He asked me for
Oh,
the
okay.
first one. And I said, hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm going to be in Cornelius tomorrow. This is talking about today.
Yeah.
To be in Cornelius tomorrow for this callback if you wanted to hang out. I don't know if you're working all day, but I thought I would throw it out there. He goes, I'm going to be working all day. I'm sorry. I said, no worries. I completely understand. And then he didn't say anything about trying another day. He just went on and asked me about like what part in Cornelius and stuff like that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, why didn't he try to,
Take that opportunity.
yeah.
Hop
And
in there.
then Friday night, Josh and Nala came home to surprise my mom. And he loves German Shepherds, and Nala's a German Shepherd for people who don't know. And so I made a comment to him because I want to do more than just text them. Like it's hard to get to know someone when you just text them all the
Yeah.
time. And I was like, well, if you ever wanted to meet them in person talking about the dogs like Nala, and I was like, you can always FaceTime me. And I put a winky face. And then he completely ignored that and just asked, he goes, how old is Nala?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What do you think about all this?
I don't know. I think the date thing, going back to the first text, I can understand how he like maybe wouldn't pick up on that, and like I can let that slide. Like, okay, he was busy, he was asking you about what you were talking about. The FaceTime thing, just blatantly ignoring a FaceTime.
Ignored, yeah.
And also, if I don't know, I feel like if a guy likes you, like he wants to see you.
I know.
Like he wants to like look at your face.
I know.
And like talk to you. I don't understand why he would completely ignore that. That's more fishy than him not asking you on a date. Because I feel like a date can come like not like last minute, but I think that he can like reach out to you the night before and be like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night? Would you want to hang out again?
Yeah.
But like you being like, hey, if you want to see this dog, like I would love to FaceTime, especially when you throw in the winky face.
I did. I threw in the winky face.
Leads to so many things.
He knew I wasn't being like, you can meet the dogs. Like, no, I want to FaceTime you. I want to see you.
Yeah. That's a little questionable. I'd be like, I would have been like, okay, so no FaceTime. so you don't want to talk to me, or?
I don't really know what to do about this. And I was talking to my mom about it yesterday, and she's like, I don't really know what to say about it either, because it's weird that he texts me all day long, and like makes that effort, but then when it comes to like asking me out on another date or FaceTiming me, like he completely ignored that.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, it's kind of hard because like what are you supposed to do other than be like, other than just FaceTime him. See if he picks
I
up.
know. I could just FaceTime him. He literally works like all day long, so he doesn't get home till super
Yeah.
late. And like because of that, FaceTiming, we can have so many more conversations in 5 minutes than we can over like an hour of texting,
Yeah.
And like that's what I was wanting to do, be able to talk to him more.
Interesting.
Yeah. And like we haven't had any serious conversations about us or like anything to even find out if he's someone who I'd want to be with long term. Like, do I like
Yeah.
him like artificially, like what I know about him as a person and all? Like, yeah, I think he's great. I have a crush on him. I like him a lot. But I don't know anything about wanting to be with him as like a long-term partner. And like we haven't
Yeah.
had any of those conversations.
Understand that.
And that goes all the way back to Valentine's Day is in a week.
I was just about to ask. So like, you still get him hot sauce or no?
Well, like, is he gonna ask me to be his Valentine and take me out on a date?
Yeah.
I need like at least 24 or 48 hours notice to be able to go to the store and buy his hot sauce.
No,
And make
quite
that little
literally.
note. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope that he asks you to do something at least.
I know.
Hang out.
Valentine's Day is so difficult, especially when you're in situations like this.
True. I have truly never been in a situation like that. So I don't know how much
Me
help I can
either.
give you, but I do see how it would be a little tricky. I think that I would be expecting something though. Like I'd be like, okay, if he like likes me,
Yeah.
this is the like key time to
Yeah.
say that he likes me. So
Valentine's Day will have been like almost a month of us seeing each other.
yeah.
Or like since we met. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm like,
I would certainly be expecting something. Something.
yeah, something to show you like someone. And,
Yeah.
but also I kind of just expected like a third date before this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. He's very sweet and very shy, which I also think is part of the not a problem. Like I'm being patient with him being shy. Oh my gosh, should I tell you? On our date, he told me he had a girlfriend for 6 years.
Oh, yes, you did actually mention that to me.
So I think part of the problem can also not a problem, just that he's not as open because he was with someone for so long. And like he told me, like he's like, I loved her. Like I would have done everything for her. And so I just think that maybe he's afraid of just I'm a very open, vulnerable person and I'm willing to talk about the hard stuff and just put it out there. And I don't think he's that kind of person.
How long ago was that? Do you know?
I think it was 2 years.
Interesting.
Yeah.
6 years is a long time.
That's a really long time. I thought my 3-year-long relationship was a long time. That is twice the amount.
That is twice the amount. And like,
yeah,
every relationship is different. So nobody come at me. But like, if I was dating a guy for 6 years and they still didn't even like mention the thought of like proposing,
well,
literally anything.
Here's the thing. I think that he was wanting to. I think he was wanting to settle down with this girl and propose and get married, have a life. And she didn't want to. I think that was the problem because he told me that she had a hard time with talking about anything serious. That he's like I don't think of myself as a very serious person, but she could never have mature, serious conversations.
Dang.
And so part of my thinking is she wasn't ready to be settled down.
Which is very possible.
Yeah, very possible. And like I asked him, I was like, why did you guys break up? And he goes, a lot of different reasons. But he didn't tell me them. Which again, I'm not gonna pry. If he got his feelings hurt and heartbroken, like that's fine. I'm not gonna pry. But that is something I would like to know at some point.
Because like, what went wrong?
Yeah, what went wrong? How do you want to not make those mistakes in the future? And I also, one thing I really want to know about a guy before I date them is if they've ever cheated on a girl. Because I
Yeah.
consider that a massive red flag. And if you're a cheater, there's a chance I might not date you.
I was just about to ask you, would you date a cheater?
I never have, so there's that answer.
Yeah.
So I
I
don't know
never
if I could
have
ever trust
either.
them.
I also, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay. That's a tough
And
one.
so like,
Guys, if you're
well, I
listening,
kind
tell us if you would date a cheater.
well, I kind of did this summer with the Olympian because he did cheat on his girlfriend, but I consider what he did revenge cheating because she cheated on him first, and then he went and did the exact same thing
Yeah.
in the same country that she cheated on him.
Classic.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, I definitely feel like and he was very open about that from the beginning. He's like, I'm ashamed I did this. And this is the only
Yeah.
time I did it. And he goes, I felt like I did it because she did it on me. But like also I didn't want to be in a relationship with him.
I get it.
So I don't know. Like he's definitely a cheater. Like he's cheated. But is he like the full on cheater that we all think and know? He did call his girlfriend right after the moment and say, hey, I just did this. And then they broke up.
That
Yeah.
is so sweet. Oh
So
my
sweet.
gosh.
That's so sweet.
I'm
You
laughing
think
out
that's
loud at
sweet?
that. He cheated on his girlfriend and then called her immediately after and was like, hey, I just want to let you know that I just cheated on you.
I'm sorry, I did this.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. If I was the girlfriend, I'd be like, okay. What?
I think that was her response because they broke up.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. Not funny that they cheated on each other, but that's funny.
In the same country too. They both cheated on each other with people in China.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that Olympic life.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't know that. That's hilarious. Literally
Yeah, I
go
can't believe I
you.
didn't tell you that.
Go Olympian. Oh my goodness.
And he's like, I feel terrible about it. I've never done it again, and I'd never do that again because I think I did it just because she did it to me.
Chances are very high.
Chances are very high that's probably why you did it, and also chose that exact same country, same conference, and everything. It was revenge cheating.
Okay.
Yep. But that's a good question. I don't know.
That is a good question. Who knows?
I think it would be hard. I don't think I'd completely axe them, but I'd want to see how they have developed from that moment. And if they cheated on someone when they were in high school and they never cheated on someone again, I think I could look past that because you do learn and grow a lot from the person you were when you were in high school.
I agree with that. I think that like I was about to say that I think there'd be like a time limit for me. Like how recently have you cheated on your girlfriend? Did you just cheat on your last relationship a year ago?
Yeah.
Because then probably not. Probably you still need to learn and grow, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of cheating, he didn't cheat on me because I would have known. But my ex-boyfriend from high school, he did something to make me think that he was cheating on me just to make me mad and see a response out of me. I know. And I'm not stupid because like I was a crazy girlfriend back in this time. And like if he did actually cheat on me, I would have ran and we had friends that go to the same school with him. Like I would have known, okay? I would have known if this was real. So I went to visit him one time while because he went to NC State for just a semester. And I walked into his dorm room and he had laid out. He wasn't even trying to hide it. It was like hanging on like one of the dorm beds, a girl's sweater. And I was like, what is this? And he's like trying to make it a bigger deal than what it was. And I'm like, what the heck is this? And he's like, it's nothing. He's like, it got caught, or it was it got mixed up in our laundry because all the laundry's in the same building and all, and one girl's sweater just got stuck
Yeah.
in there with his. He's like, I have no idea whose it is. And I was like, okay, like, I believe you, but also, why would you put that out
On
purposefully?
display.
Yeah, he put it on display to make me angry. And it did. It made me angry. I'm like, this is so immature.
Oh my gosh. Men have the darndest minds. That is, again, I understand that you were angry, but I'm laughing at that. That is
I know, like, why would you do that? I was so furious. I'm like, I just came to see you. I drove 2 hours and you put this girl's sweater up
yeah.
for me to see, like literally displayed, not even trying to hide it.
Imagine if you like weren't chill about that. You know what I mean? Like that is wild.
I was really mad, but like I still enjoyed my time with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Men are crazy. And like I totally believed him because the same thing happened to me before. One of my shirts got in some dude's laundry and he just folded it and left it down in the laundry place for me to come back and get.
That's nice. That was nice of
Yeah,
him.
that was nice. He folded my laundry.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Mhm. I know.
Well, let's get off the topic of cheating. I hope that doesn't happen to anybody this Valentine's Day
No.
season.
We hardly even talked about Valentine's Day, and it's already been like 30 some minutes.
I know. Well, we kind of covered our Valentine's Day the last episode.
We did. But today we talked about cheating and situationships again around Valentine's Day and crazy men who keep coming back in your life.
I know. I get it. I'm irresistible.
You
But
are.
please stay away.
He's crazy, Victoria. You just have to keep me updated on all of that.
I will.
That is so funny. Well, everyone, like, rate, review, subscribe, do all the things. Tell your friends to follow us.
Yes, do that.
I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Victoria.
Like the
Queen.